He does the most for the woman he wants the most. He does the most for the woman he wants the most. A masculine man will overcome any obstacle for something he wants, including a woman. I spoke about that in a couple videos ago. His male latent power will instigate him to go beyond, to excel, to outdistance himself, to outdo another man, to get the woman he wants the most. A man in his masculine will climb mountains, will cross oceans. He will take a 3,500-mile bike ride in a year of his life, traveling from India to Sweden to get his woman. Go look up that story. It's an amazing story. He does this because he is hardwired for determination. And we see this in the biological process of conception, how one sperm among millions of competitors perseveres and penetrates the protective barrier of the egg. And this illustrates how the primal quality of the male, the primal quality of the masculine, is determination. It is drive. It is doing. It is doing the most for the thing he wants the most. A masculine man does not accept anything but success. So if you are the woman he wants the most, he will do the most for you. If you're the woman he wants the most, he will do the most for you. He will do anything for the woman that he wants to be with, and his actions will show it. So do not believe any man who tells you he loves you when you're struggling. Okay, a masculine man who wants the most will never allow you to struggle. If you're currently out there in the world, grinding in your masculine energy, striving, surviving to put food on the table, struggling to make ends meet, there is a man at home, and you're doing that, and there's a man at home, then he is not willing to do the most for you. The divine masculine man does not use the feminine to become a man. He becomes a man first, and then he seeks the divine feminine in his life. Once he possesses the ability to impress her, prioritize her, maintain her, and keep her in his life, he seeks for her. So if you are currently in a situationship, I will call the situationship like this, you really need to look within, because it's easy to blame the man, and we're not here to blame the man. The truth is, if you have been asking for the least, he will give you the least. So you need to ask yourself, have I been asking for the least? Because if you are not getting what you want, you have allowed it. Somewhere within you, somewhere within yourself, you believed that you couldn't get what you want. So to change this, two things. One, first and foremost, learn to love and value yourself. A divine masculine man loves a woman who loves and cares for herself. He wants the woman who makes her life, her wants and dreams, her desires, her self-care, her creativity, her passions, herself a priority, because that woman is captivating. She's alluring. She's mysterious. She's enchanting. That's what he wants. Therefore, getting rid of and completing with your self-hatred, which all humans are carrying some amount of self-hatred, getting rid of your self-hatred, your self-doubt, getting rid of your self-denial. Why are you denying yourself? Getting rid of self-denial, self-hatred, self-doubt is imperative, because from the space of self-acceptance and the place of self-love and self-allowance, you become a wellspring that continually overflows and is able to give to everyone if you choose to do so. That is your divine feminine capacity. And everyone knows that saying, you can only give from an overflowing cup. And if you do not care for you, the well runs dry, the cup is empty. There's nothing to share with others. So first and foremost, learning to love and value yourself. Okay, and then the second thing is you are not asking too much. So if you're in a situationship, relationship, whatever you want to call it, where the man's telling you you're asking for too much, my answer is you are not asking for too much. You are asking the wrong man. You cannot get into a relationship with a boy and hold the expectation that he is a man. It's not fair to him. It's not fair to you. Maybe he's not ready to be the man. Maybe he has not learned to be the man. Maybe he has to learn how to be the man. So you cannot hold this expectation that he's going to be a man when he's going to be a boy. And this has nothing to do with age. Okay, this could be 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, beyond. Okay. Do not be with a man who expects you to be his mom in any way, shape, or form. And if you have been or you are taking on the role of solving the man's problems, if you're caretaking him, if you're correcting him, if you're coaching him, you are his second mom. You are mothering him. And a man who is not fully expressing his masculine, maybe he has not learned yet, maybe he does not know how to yet, he will accept it because it's easy. He can be in his receptive feminine energy. That's easy. But deep down, he will resent you. He will resent you. You will never be the divine feminine woman. You will never be that woman that he fantasizes about. Even if he stays with you for many years, he will dream of releasing himself from your control, from your mothering. Because a man will stay with a woman for years while he silently seeks his goddess. And if that woman ever arrives and he hasn't invested in you, instead you have invested in him and you have been holding him up, he will have no problem leaving you because he is not as invested in you as you are in him. And he doesn't have the biological restraints, the time clock that you have. He has not done the most for you, so it's easy for him to leave. He never wanted to do the most for you. So what is the solution? If you're not getting what you want, if you're not in a relationship with the man who does the most, or if you're in a relationship or a situationship with a man who doesn't recognize you as a goddess, if you're in a relationship with a man where deep down you know that you are not the woman he wants the most, then the only solution is, well, two solutions. One, learn to love and value yourself. This is finding your lost divine feminine. And two, choose a man who sees your goddess. But you have to become that goddess. You can read this book. I write about it in my book, Goddess Finding Your Lost Divine Feminine, and also the companion book. A man who sees your goddess, he will pursue you, he will prioritize you, protect you, and provide for you. Choose that man. Choose the man who does the most for the woman he wants the most. Become that woman. Become the woman that he wants the most. So the solution really comes from within you. This is not to blame men. The solution comes from within you. The power always lies within ourselves. And that's all that I wanted to say today. I hope this helps. Let me just see. I don't even know if anyone's watching this, but I'm out here talking. I don't even know if anyone's listening. Let's see. Um, hmm, Let me go to the live. Okay, not yet. Okay. That's all that I have to say about that. Namaskaram and aloha.